Mark! That's it! I've had enough! You really need to stop forcing Dan to spend so much money on you. You need to stop leeching off of him! It's so pathetic watching you do this when you're the older brother. I'd be so embarrassed if I were you.
Evening, Lisa. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I'm not forcing him to spend money on me at all.
Oh, don't bother trying to hide it. I know about it all. Just admit to what you're doing and stop it already. In fact, it's not just you. It's your mom as well. You guys are just way too greedy. You guys are taking advantage of him. I know that Dan can be a bit of a pushover because he's just too kind and nice to everyone, but that doesn't mean that you can use him like that, okay? It's rude and a scummy thing to do. Please don't ever do this again.
I'm sorry, but I still have no idea what you're talking about. I never beg or hound him for money.
So you're still gonna pretend that you don't know what I'm talking about? You're unbelievable. You guys are just parasites that leech off of his money. How about you try earning your own money instead of taking it from us? Make sure you're more careful from now on. If I find out that he's paying for you again, I'm gonna have to take some action. You're an adult. Try earning money for yourself instead of depending on him for everything.
Hey Dan, I just got back home. Thanks for everything. We had such a great time thanks to you. Oh, hey Mark. I'm glad that both you and Mom made it back home safely. Sounds like you guys enjoyed the trip. Oh yeah, it was amazing. I can't thank you enough for it. You're coming back to the States the day after tomorrow, right? Yeah, my flight is Thursday evening because I have one more day at the medical conference here tomorrow afternoon. I see. Well, have fun in Sweden while you can and have a safe flight back home, okay? I never thought that you would take us all here, all the way to Sweden for a vacation like this, though. I know that you promised us a vacation, but this is just beyond what I could have asked for, man. It was really such a nice surprise for us. Mom always talked about wanting to go to Europe as well. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I remember her mentioning that too. I've been really busy recently, so I couldn't schedule the vacation I promised you guys. That's why I thought I should use this medical conference as an opportunity to take you guys on vacation too. Nice idea, right? I know I had a ton of work to do, so I only managed to spend a bit of time with you guys, but I'm glad you guys seemed to enjoy it all. How was the English guide that I hired for you guys? Was he helpful? Oh yeah, he was super helpful. He took us to so many nice places. We were just saying how we wished we could speak Swedish, but obviously it's too late. But yeah, he was a total lifesaver. He took us to some more local spots that we never would have thought of going if it weren't for him. Can't believe that was our first time abroad ever, but it wasn't stressful at all. I loved it, man. We both had so much fun. I wish that I could have spent a little more time with you guys. Next time for sure. Yeah, you gotta promise me that, bro. Sure, man. Oh, also one more thing. You have some time right now? Yeah, I do. Is something wrong? I need to talk to you about my wife. What about her? Did you want to talk about the same thing we talked about last time? Yeah, pretty much. She's been acting really weird recently again. I don't know what to make of it. And it sounds like she's been causing you a lot of trouble too. You remember that private investigator that I hired? Yeah, oh, how did it go? Well, he sent me everything I needed to know, really. And I really need to do something about it once I get back home to the States. Oh, so you were right about everything, huh? Yeah, kind of. I can't believe that she would do that to you. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry to talk about this even though you just got back from Sweden. I know you're tired, man. No, it's fine. You don't need to worry at all. Let's talk about what to do with her when you get home. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for looking out for me. Well, I have a lot to prepare for tomorrow, so I think I'm going to get going now. Let's talk about all of this later. Yeah, sure thing. Thanks again for this, man. I owe you, bro.
Mark! Are you not embarrassed about this at all? You're just a huge douchebag. Do you know that? I can't believe that you're making your younger brother pay for you and your mom's vacation to Sweden. You should hurry up and pay him back.
Hey Lisa, I really don't understand why you're calling me names. I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
Why don't you get it? I'm saying that you and your mom shouldn't be asking Dan for money all the time just because he's a doctor and earns a lot. Do you not have any pride at all as the older brother?
So the reason you've been sending me these messages is because you think I'm taking his money?
You only just realized that? So you're an idiot on top of being greedy then. I don't want you to beg him for his money ever again. It's so embarrassing to watch.
I really didn't beg him for anything, Lisa.
What are you talking about? He was the one that paid for your entire trip to Sweden, right?
Well, yeah, he did pay for it, but that doesn't mean that I begged him for money. That was a trip that he had promised us from a long time ago.
OMG. I can't believe it. That must mean you've always been so dependent on him all this time. You really are such an embarrassment, Mark. How about you stop relying on your younger brother for everything, huh? And man up!
Lisa, I'm not dependent on him.
Then what do you call all of this? I'm pretty sure you just begged him to take you guys on an expensive vacation all the way to Europe.
It's kind of difficult for me to explain. Our dad passed away when I was in high school, and while Dan was in middle school. Our family didn't have much money at the time, so I ended up not going to college and started working to provide for the family. Even back then, Dan always dreamed of becoming a doctor one day. That was one of the main reasons why I started working too, so I can pay for his medical school. Both me and Mom did our best to make his dream of being a doctor come true.
Oh, so now I get what's happening then. You're forcing him to give you money by making him feel bad, right?
What?
You're trying to say that he never would have become a doctor if it weren't for the sacrifices that you made. So you've been guilt-tripping him into making you pay for you. That's so low of you. You know that?
That's really not what I'm doing at all, Lisa. Jeez. I do my best to make sure I pay for myself, okay? So does Mom. It's true that he paid for our vacation to Sweden the other day, but there was a reason for that. When he graduated from medical school, he promised us that he would take us on a vacation. It took a while for it to finally happen, but this recent trip was exactly that. And that was just a very special occasion. It's not something that happens all the time, okay? I need you to understand that.
It doesn't change the fact that he paid for everything. You guys are still stealing money from him. I also know that you and your mom bought a new house recently. You guys are so crazy selfish.
Well, but why are you even mentioning that? That has nothing to do with him.
Yeah, like I'm gonna believe that. I know that you guys are way too poor to afford a house like that. Mark, just listen. I want you to promise me that you'll never beg him for money, okay? In fact, I want you guys to cut ties with him. I hate the fact that you guys drain all of his money all the time. It's my money as well, you know.
Cut ties with him? No. I'm sorry, Lisa, but we're definitely not gonna do that.
You have to! Dan is my husband. I should be the only one that gets to use his money whenever I want to. You guys are taking that money that I'm meant to be spending. If something like this ever happens again, I'm not gonna forgive you. Is that clear, Mark?
Hey, Lisa, I need to tell you something. We're getting a divorce.
Dan? What did you just say?
This decision is final. Nothing you say is gonna change this.
Dan? You're joking, right?
No, not at all.
I have no idea why you would say this to me. I really didn't expect a message like that from you all of a sudden. What's going on?
What if I told you that I'm with Mark right now? Does that make things clear for you?
You're with him right now? You told me that we couldn't go out today because you were busy with work. Don't tell me that you went to see him over me.
Yeah, I did choose to see him over you.
OMG, wait. Don't tell me that he's begging you for even more money.
What are you talking about?
God damn it! I can't believe that he's doing this again! I literally just warned him about this. I'm gonna have to really punish him for doing this. What a prick! Dan, you should just get rid of that greedy and selfish brother of yours. I absolutely hate the fact he's always hounding you for money. You need to cut ties with him at this point.
What do you mean he's my brother?
I'm talking about how he's always making you pay for things. Like that trip to Sweden they went on. You paid for both him and your mom, right? They also bought a new house recently, too. I'm tired of them stealing our money from us. They're taking advantage of you. The house is also in Mark's name, right? He's lending one of the large rooms to your mom. I think it's such a waste to spend so much money on them.
It is true that they got a new house, but why does that matter to you?
It matters to us because they forced you to pay for that house, right?
You think that I paid for that?
I can understand if the house was under your name and you let them live there, but it's not, is it? That way it would still be our property and we could get them to pay us the rent. Then we would be getting a steady source of income.
Whoa, Lisa, I think that there's a huge misunderstanding. You're not making any sense to me at all. He was the one that paid for that house. Also, he is actually renting out some of the rooms to other tenants.
Wait, what? You weren't the one that paid for it?
Not at all. I just got him a little housewarming gift, but that was it. Why do you even think that I was the one who paid for a whole house?
Well, you told me that after your dad passed away, your mom had to work part-time to make a living and that now she lives on a pension and she's broke, etc.
Yeah, she lives on pension, but I never said that she was broke.
And Mark is a high school dropout who can't stick to a job, etc., right? There's no way they could afford to build a new house. You're the only one who's rich enough to afford something like that. That's why I thought it was you.
What are you talking about? He basically earns the same amount of money as me, Lisa. If anything, he probably earns more than me.
What? No, that can't be true. I thought that he quit his job a few years ago.
He quit working for that company because he managed to start earning more money with his side hustle. That's become his main job now. He's a freelancer and works from home.
OMG, no way. That's why he's at home all the time?
Yes, one of your friends does something similar, right? I really don't understand why you just kept assuming that he was unemployed. They also told me that you said some pretty terrible things to him because of your stupid assumptions.
OMG, I don't believe any of this. No! Your brother Mark is just a pathetic high school dropout. There's no way a guy like that can earn the same amount of money as you working from home. It's impossible.
I think it's easily possible as long as you had a lot of dedication and knowledge about things. He's smart, Lisa. Don't underestimate him. He worked hard for years to set himself up for this opportunity to work like this. That's why he managed to become a really successful freelance worker.
Well, you should have told me about this then. You're making this sound like it's all my fault. This misunderstanding never would have happened if you had have just explained this all to me.
I've already told you about what he does many times in the past before. You just never seem to listen when the conversation is about anyone else but you. You're just this selfish and arrogant cow.
What did you just say to me?
I'm just saying that you're a terrible person. Even that vacation that I paid for them to go to Sweden was a way of me to show how much I appreciate them for supporting me through everything. I never would have got to where I am right now if it weren't for them and their financial support. I was the one that told them I would pay for that vacation. They didn't beg or ask me to pay for anything. You don't seem to understand that at all.
But just because they supported your living costs a little bit back then, you paid for an entire trip to Sweden? Surely that's so much more expensive and you're just being used.
Oh my god, it's not even about the money. But if you want to know the specifics, he paid for 2/3 of my tuition fees for high school, college, and med school. The remaining tuition was paid for by the money that my dad left behind for me. Can you see just how much he's done for me in the past? So actually, a vacation to Sweden is nowhere near enough to pay him back for everything that he's done for me. He was always there for me when my dad passed away too. Mom was in shock for a while, and she went through a phase where she didn't do anything at home. So he did absolutely everything for the family, including putting money on the table. Mark sacrificed his chance at college just to support us. I'm still the one that owes him so much.
Wait, so does that mean you're planning on giving him even more money? That's just ridiculous! I'm not gonna accept you doing that.
Oh my god, Lisa. This is exactly why I'm filing for a divorce from you. I'm guessing you really can't accept me spending money on my own family, right? This is just a way for me to pay them back for everything they did for me. I'm also not even spending that much money on them anyway. We all still live beyond our means around her. You might not, but we do. I don't really understand why you're complaining about this. I don't even spend that much.
Not a lot of money? What about the vacation to Sweden you took them on? Surely that wasn't cheap at all.
That was the money that I'd saved up for them for years, even before I met you. That money has absolutely nothing to do with you. So you have no right to be complaining about how I spend the money I saved up from before I met you.
I still think it's a huge waste of money, Dan. I'm saying it for your sake.
You seem to be complaining about them a lot, but have you tried thinking about what you've been doing this entire time?
What do you mean? I haven't done anything wrong, have I?
Do you really think that I haven't noticed?
What are you talking about?
You've been maxing out the credit card I gave you to pay for our living expenses, right? There is no way that you needed to use that much money every single month. Did you really think that I would stay quiet about this?
Well, you were the one that told me that I could take control of our finances. I should be able to decide where I spend our money on.
I left the finances to you because I thought that you could be trusted. It doesn't mean that you can spend my money on whatever the hell you want. Maxing out our credit card every month is being frivolous. You spend my money. You were using it to go on dates with other men too, right?
What?
I was basically paying you to cheat on me. There's absolutely no way I'm ever forgiving you for this.
Wait. OMG, how did you know about that? There's no way you could have found out.
Did you really think that I wouldn't notice at all? I checked out the credit card statements, you idiot. I thought that the places where you were spending the money was really suspicious. That's why I decided to hire a private investigator to see if you were really cheating on me.
I had no idea that you could see how I was using the money.
Well, that credit card might be under your name, but it's linked to my bank account. I found it strange that you were spending so much money every month. Anyway, I have plenty of proof that you're cheating on me now. I don't need you in my life. That's why I'm getting a divorce from you. Is that all clear now?
Wait, hold on a minute.
What are you even asking me to wait for? If you're telling me to wait to get a divorce from you, then that's not gonna happen. You disgust me, and I want to end things with you immediately.
Can't we meet to talk about this face to face? I want you to forgive me for what I've done. I think that I deserve a second chance with you.
The only person that's going to be talking to you from now on is my lawyer.
A lawyer? What for?
He's going to help us sort out our divorce terms. I'm also suing you as well. Also, the contract for the place that we live in right now is going to expire at the end of this month.
You're getting rid of this place? It's our home!
No need for it now, seeing as we're getting a divorce. I'll be coming over to collect my belongings, but that's the last time I'm ever coming home. Make sure you start moving your things out of the house too. The place needs to be completely empty by the end of this month. Is that clear?
Wait, hold on a minute. I can't believe we're not going to be living together anymore.
Why do you keep telling me to wait?
Well, I just haven't really managed to process what you just told me. I really don't want this divorce at all.
Well, too bad. The decision is final. I can't stand being married to you any longer. If you want to say something to me in the future, make sure to contact my lawyer. I'm gonna block you so that I never have to talk to you ever again. Goodbye, Lisa. This is Mark talking now, by the way, and I'll tell you what happened after that. So, a few hours after that conversation between Dan and Lisa, I gave Dan a ride back to his place so that we could gather up his things for him to leave the house. When we got there, Lisa was nowhere to be seen at the house. It was the perfect timing, though. We didn't really want to talk to her or see her while we were packing up his things anyway. So we gathered up all of his things and left the house right away. And that was that. Dan moved out of his house and lives with me and Mom for now. Later on, though, we found out that Lisa was living with the guy that she was cheating on him with. So we decided to ship all of her things to their place, and also sent his lawyer there for a surprise visit too. Now their divorce is official, and Dan is getting paid a substantial settlement fee from them for harassment. Lisa ended up owing Dan close to $60,000. We got a damn good lawyer to help us out like that. Anyway, she had no way to pay that kind of money with her savings, so she asked her relatives for help. But she couldn't get help from anyone and ended up having to borrow a huge amount of money from the bank. Currently, she's in a huge amount of debt and working long hours every day to try and pay it off. I wonder how many years it's going to take her to pay for that to end. But oh well, that's none of my business now. Good luck to her and on with our lives.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button. See you next time.